Mr. Kizzy. Last time you were here, you had mentioned that there were some rumors flying around your company about possible layoffs. Has there been an update on that? How are we doing with that?
Yeah. So I think last time, yeah, I remember we're talking. There was a lot of stuff going around about the company possibly being shut down and all that. Well, apparently the rumors were true. So as of right now, it's kind of looking like yes, our company has kind of disbanded or shut down. We're all furloughed or laid off or whatever for the time being. But by what we've been told and what we've heard, it's not gonna start back up again.
Okay.
So it's kind of more of a permanent thing, which is the scary aspect of it. So.
Right. I can understand that. So, have they sent out a notice that they're not opening back up, so there's no chance of...
I mean, not officially, but kind of by our the higher ups and stuff, they've pretty much told us, yeah, this is kind of the end. They weren't able to just financially sustain the company anymore, so yeah, we're kind of everybody's just at a loss. It's been a really trying time for everybody that works there. I know some of my friends that I've known for years that work there and stuff. Everybody's having a really hard time with it.
Right. That's understandable. And what was your position at the job? What did you do there?
So I started out just low level. I started out just kind of sweeping floors, and then I worked my way up, and then I was kind of like a district manager and things like that. So it's on my promise in the company was really high. So I started out really young, so I didn't have like a college degree or anything like that. And at the time, I didn't expect to stay there. Then I just, 1 year turned into the other, and I slowly got promoted, and I learned the business and stuff. So worked my way up, and yeah, then now I was at a position where I was actually, making, a good financial, supplement for my family and stuff. So obviously, why would I quit when I was working for a company that showed promise at the time? So yeah, I've been there for a while, so I started out pretty low and kind of worked my way up. So,
have you thought about applying for other jobs that are maybe similar to what you had worked for?
I mean, yeah, yes, of course. I've looked. The problem is a lot. I mean, nowadays, you're not really grandfathered in, or you can't really work your way up to the position that I was in. Now everybody wants a bachelor's degree, or like environmental science or things like that. So yeah, I don't have that, and I kind of feel like now I'm old enough, or I'm too old, I guess, to kind of go back to school and try to. I have like a family to support, and I have a wife and kids and stuff. So that's kind of a difficult thing to try to do now when I'm trying to kind of keep my house afloat in it, I guess.
Right. So how is all of this making you feel? How do you think it's impacting your mental health?
I mean, well, I'm stressed. I mean, of course, I feel just like overwhelmed. I don't know. I felt so depressed lately, and I don't know. I guess, hopeless? Is that I guess hopelessness?
Okay.
I don't know. To spend as much time in this company and this industry as I have, and I took the risk of not like going to college like everybody did and stuff, and just kind of worked my way up and stuff. Now I'm kind of at a loss. Like I don't know what to do. So I've been really I guess I've been really depressed about it, and I don't. Where do I go from here? Like how do I provide for my family from this point? I could start somewhere else, but I'm gonna make half the money, and it's gonna take twice the time, and it's just wondering whether we're going to be able to sustain our household and pay, just flat out just pay the bills. So it's been a really taxing experience.
So some feelings I hear you saying are, worry and fear and anxiety and hopelessness. Do you think that about sums up what you've been saying?
Yeah, I definitely feel all those things. I haven't really, I don't know, I haven't really been able to. I've processed it, I guess, but I don't think. I think until something else comes up, I don't know that I can't. I don't know that I can deal with it or be okay with it, because I still have this responsibility to my family and my life that I have to keep maintaining. My household. So.
Right.
Being able to just say like, okay, well, I'll get through this is kind of hard to do when you got a mortgage, So.
Right.
Yeah, I felt very anxious, and every day I wake up. I have trouble sleeping, and I don't know. I just feel just like I'm just kind of in this haze, because I know that there's nothing that can stop. Like, I have to keep paying my bills. Like, I have to keep my house up. Like, I have to keep. So it's I don't have time to just sit and breathe and like think and process things, I guess. So it's been a tough road. So I have retirement and things like that, but it's very limited. I think it's somewhere around $30,000 I have in retirement, which I could draw out. But that's going to sustain me for how long? Like, it seems like a larger sum of money right now, but that's not going to last for, more than a few months, and then, okay, where am I now? Like, I still got to pay my bills. Like, So, yeah, I felt every emotion you could feel, as far as just being distraught about this whole situation and not knowing how to fix it or do something. I need to fix it, I guess.
Okay. So you feel like you won't feel better or won't be able to process it until the situation has kind of rectified itself.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Yes. Yeah. Absolutely.
So some of the things that I hear you saying kind of remind me of a phrase or a term called cognitive distortions. Have you ever heard of something like that?
No.
So what it is, it's our brain's way of telling us, things that we perceive to be true that probably aren't. So, some of the things you had said, now everyone wants a higher degree. You're too old to go back to school. You have to pay the bills. You have to fix it. And it may seem true right now, but some of these can be challenged, I think. So, for example, now everyone wants a higher degree. Your company didn't. You said you worked from the bottom, but a lot of companies, respect experience. It's, someone fresh out of college, they're going to have training, they're going to have, all this stuff, whereas someone with experience might not have to have those things.
Right. No, I see what you're saying, yeah.
Okay. So, let's I'm actually going to have you do an activity with me called the cognitive triangle. Okay?
Okay. I'm willing to try anything at this point, so.
So what it is there's a triangle, and up here is thoughts. Over here is feelings, and then this is actions or behaviors. So let's pick a thought that you have that that with this situation.
Unknown, just fear of the unknown, I guess.
Okay.
Fear.
So that would be a feeling. Let's do a thought. So some of the ones that you, we can do the one that I'm too old to go back to school, or.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
I mean, that's
So,
fine.
too old to go back to school. What feeling? How does that make you feel? As the old set phrase says.
I guess I don't know. Exhausted, hopeless. I guess. I don't.
Okay. So then this makes us feel hopeless. So then, what kind of action are you gonna have with you feeling hopeless?
Because what comes from hopelessness? There's not a whole lot of action that comes from hopelessness. The lack of action, or
Okay, yeah. So no action. Well, we can do that.
okay.
So no action, no motivation. So you don't go out and apply for jobs because what's the point? Or you don't go out and apply for or try to get a certificate or an education, a higher education, because there's no point. You're feeling hopeless. So we're not going to do that. So do you see how it kind of makes a triangle? Our thoughts influence our feelings, influence our actions.
Yeah.
Okay? So let's challenge this. Let's say we're not too old to go back to school, or we're going to start having an education, going back to school. So not too old. How does that make you feel?
I mean, that I'm not too old.
Yeah, you're not too old. It's never too old. It's never too late to start getting an education or, working on bettering yourself. It's never too late. In fact, I know a doctor who went back to medical school at the age of 40.
Well, that's impressive for sure.
So you're not too old. You're not too old to start an education.
I mean,
how would that make you feel?
Given that I would be able to, I guess it's a catch-22. Given that I would be able to still take care of my family, of course that would make me feel, I guess, the opposite. Hopeful, I guess. Or
Okay.
positive. I don't know.
Hopeful. Okay, and then what would your action be?
To pursue it. To pursue something that I could take anywhere, not just to work for one specific company that I've worked so long for. Somewhere I could just work anywhere, that requires that certain degree. Yes, so the pursuit.
Okay. So let's do another one. No,
Okay.
I gave you the first thought, so you can come up with another one. What's a thought that you have surrounding your situation right now?
Okay. That I'm not going to be able to provide.
Okay. Thought would be not going to provide for family. Okay? And then what would be your feeling? Don't say hopeless. You have to use something else.
Well, that definitely would make me feel scared.
Okay. Okay, and then what would be your action?
I don't know. What's your response to fear? I guess just a desperate. Just I don't know. Compromising, I guess. Just doing whatever it takes.
Okay. Okay. Yep. So just compromising, finding something. Okay. So let's challenge this. So our challenge is you're not going to be able to provide for your family. Okay? Let's flip it.
I'm gonna be able to provide for my family.
Yeah,
Well,
everything's gonna be okay.
That's great. Yeah, that would be wonderful. That's kind of what my goal is, I guess.
Everything's going to work out. What would be your feeling? Everything's going to work out.
Relief.
Okay. And what would be your action?
I don't know, just my action to the feeling of relief. Just progression, I guess. I just keep going. Just keep. I mean, there's no worry in it, so you just kind of, I don't have to.
So you'd have motivation, and you would.
Yeah.
You would go out there, and you would.
Yeah, because I
apply
know
to
that what
jobs
I'm doing is gonna actually be fruitful. So.
Okay. So, how come we can't tell ourselves that?
Well, I guess it would be. I mean, actually applying that to your life isn't as easy as it sounds, I guess.
What part?
Doing it. I don't know. Like, going out and just doing it. I don't know. How do I go out and just fix my problems, I guess? That seems to be the hardest aspect of it.
Well, how can we go out and fix our problem? Your problem is you no longer have a job.
Right.
Right? So how do we fix that?
I mean, I would have to find something that was able to sustain me as my previous job did.
Okay. Have you looked for those jobs?
I mean, no, I guess somewhat, I guess, but.
Or have you just blown them off because it says bachelor's degree on it?
Well, that's definitely been a big fork in the road or whatever. I've definitely had it's put a lot of things on pause because if it says that you have to have a bachelor's degree.
So when you reached out to the company was like, no.
Well, no, I didn't read.
That.
I mean, I didn't reach out to the company.
Okay, then how do you know that that's what is gonna stop you?
Well, I mean, if it says like job requirements, bachelor degree or whatever, I don't have one of those. Mm-hmm. So I mean, why apply for the job if they require a bachelor's degree?
Interesting. So do you think that if I gave you a homework assignment to apply to, let's say, 3 jobs that were similar to the one that you had, regardless of, requirements. I mean, obviously, if it's like something, if they need a female, maybe, we wouldn't apply for that one. But, putting that experience on a resume is very appealing to an employer.
Okay.
So we do 3 ones that are similar to the ones that you had.
Regardless if it says the union degree or not.
Yep.
Okay.
Send in a resume, and then follow up with them. They usually say about 5 to 7 days after you apply.
Well, I can try it. I feel I don't know, apprehensive about it. I don't know. It just seems like it's not gonna, nothing's gonna come from it because I don't have a degree, and that wasn't the route that I took, and regrettably, of course. But yeah. I mean, I can do that. I mean, I can do it. Okay. I'll try it.
I'm gonna add more to it. Okay.
Okay.
So along with your applications, just look into a degree if that's something that you want to do. Look at prices. Student aid is available as well. usually they can provide student aid for families. So I want you to look at 3 jobs and then look at some colleges. That's what you want to do.
Oh yeah, it would definitely make my pursuit easier and my long-term, my outlook on everything long-term. Then I have options.
Right.
You don't have to. I don't always have to just take what this boss says. And I can. If I have other places I could go. It would definitely relieve stress at that job. I mean, okay, all right, I'll give it a shot. So,
and then whenever you're feeling down on yourself, remember our cognitive triangle, and replacing those thoughts with positive ones or challenging the negative ones. Coming up with where's the proof for this thought, and then it'll change your feelings. In turn, it'll change your actions.
okay.
All right.
All right, I'll give it a shot.
All right. I will see you next time.